This call is now being recorded.
Good day and welcome to our distinguished participants. PG and Research Department of Computer Science, Kazin Muhyiddin College, Adirampattinam. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure to welcome you here today for this webinar. I'm Professor M. Niveta and my colleague Professor P. Rupmati are the hosts for today's event.
Now I would like to invite our cherished Professor Dr. A. Haja Abdul Kader, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, to present a craft.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم Thank you.
A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination which can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. Now, I'm glad to invite our young and energetic head of the department, Dr. A. Sheikh Abdul Kader sir, to give a welcome address.
With the grace of Almighty, the name of Allah, the most beneficent and merciful. On behalf of the management and our department, I would like to welcome our chief patron, Haji S. Mohammed Ibrahim Sir, and the society who has encouraging ourselves to do this kind of programs. Next, I would like to welcome our patron, Dr. A. Muhammad Nasser, Principal, who inspiring us to do this program, encouraging us to do this. I welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome directors, Dr. N.M.A. Alhaj, Vice Principal, yes, Syed Abdai Ahmad Kabir, other our S. Abbas, Dean of Science. I welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our department organizing committee members and HODs of our college and other faculty members of our college. Next, I would like to welcome outside participants of this seminar. Next, this is the most but not least, our resource person, my beloved student, Sudhir has come over here, joined here to present the seminar webinar presentation. I welcome you, Sudhir. Next, I would welcome the all others, one and all. Welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you for your warm welcome, sir. A truly great leader is hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget. Now, I am delighted to invite our admirable principal, Dr. A. Muhammad Nasser sir, to deliver a presidential address.
Sir, please unmute, sir. Your phone is muted.
Sorry?
Okay.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. So with the
Assalam.
blessings of Almighty and with the remembrance of the founders of the trust and the founders of the college, I feel happy to share my views for this national webinar being organized and conducted by our reputed computer science department of Kader Muhyiddin College, Adirampattinam. So first of all, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to our secretary for permitting us to conducting this webinar. Next, I would like to welcome the resource person, Mr. Sudhir Nimagada, the lead software engineer. Our Kadir sir said that he was the student of our college. I feel proud of this. So he is working in Hyderabad, India. It's a very happy occasion for all of us, and mostly all our students and the staff members will be benefited by this webinar program. So I feel happy to convey my thanks to our Vice Principal, Dr. Alhaj, our directors of this webinar program, Dean of Arts, Professor Syed Ahmad Kabir, Dean of Science, Dr. S. Abbas, and the organizing committee members, the convener of this webinar program, Dr. A. Sheikh Abdul Kader, organizing secretaries Srinivasan and Haja Abdul Kader, and all other faculty members of computer science. We are taking a lot of efforts for the uplift of the students and for providing lot of adequate knowledge to our students here. So conducting these webinar programs and all will be definitely a fruitful one. And when I was the head of the Department of Business Administration, I organized many guest lectures with the help of our old students of our Business Administration department. So like this, I request our head of the Department of Computer Science, Professor Dr. Kadir sir, to utilize the services of our student friends, old students, who are working in various countries, and we can conduct a lot of webinars like this. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite our glorious Professor A. Sitti Jafira, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, to do a great work.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on Know Your Virtual Colleagues Robots. I feel more privileged and get held of this opportunity to welcome today's chief guest, who is an experienced automation specialist with a demonstrated history of working as a lead software engineer in EPAM Systems, Hyderabad, India. He has over 11 years of software industry experience in various leading roles, including software module lead, SSIS developer, .NET programmer, and automation lead. He is an industry acknowledged expert in the technologies UiPath, MSBI, SAP automation, SSIS, and also in so many software technologies. Moreover, he is vastly experienced in team management, monitoring teams, and directing all stages of software development. In addition to the feathers added in his cap, he won the first prize in the UiPath Power Up Automation project in UiPath headquarters, Bangalore. UiPath is a popular and progressive robotic process automation tool that enables users to automate various aspects of business processes and is used to mimic the actions of a human being who is interacting with digital systems. Apart from this, he is one of the best students of our department. He completed his master's MCA in the year of 2010 in our esteemed institution. During the period of his study, he is more interactive, intelligent, more disciplined, and having more interest in the field of software industry. Even at the end of every session, he come to the department and asked doubts and discussed so many topics with faculty members of our department. It's a great honor and I feel more proud to introduce Mr. Sudhir Nimagada, our old student, one of the best students as a resource person on behalf of PG and Research Department of Computer Science. Welcome you, sir. I am sure we will be enriched by this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, madam.
Nobody is bothered about an institution more than its alumni. Here, we feel proud to say our resource person, Mr. Sudhir Nimagada, is our former student. He is also a good teacher and mentor in his field. Such an enthusiastic and a bright person who had constant urge to achieve great things. Now it's a time for a presentation. We proudly invite our resource person, Mr. Sudhir Nimagada, to present the webinar. Thank you.
So, good evening all. So, thank you very much for great introduction, Jafra ma'am, and all teachers. Yeah, let me share my screen. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. Are you all able to see my screen? Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is a great opportunity. So giving the webinar, national webinar in the college which I studied earlier. Okay, so that's really great opportunity. Who gave me this opportunity? So I'm really glad that, sir, and teachers, Jafra ma'am, Srinivasan sir, Kadir sir, all principal, everyone. Okay, thank you very much. Let us start our webinar. Okay, so today we are so before that, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. Okay, so I have 11 years of experience in IT and worked in these are all the major companies I worked. So EPAM, DXC Technologies, HP, and UST Global. And these are all the major skills I worked: C#, .NET, SSIS, and PowerShell, JavaScript, and UiPath. So last three to 4 years onwards, I'm working in UiPath developer, like a lead and in technology, UiPath technology. So today we will see what is RPA, robotic process automation. Before that, as almost many people here, almost 100 plus people are joined. I feel so many people are graduates and they're studying the different groups like so BSc, MCA, BCom, BTech, like that, right? So let us see what is the latest technologies. So in 2021, top technologies in 2021. Let us see. So here, if you see the technologies which we have to learn these days, like so latest technologies. These are all the technologies: automation, artificial intelligence, data science, full stack developer. This RPA is also one of that. If you see the other tab, so if you see robotic process automation is also one of that. So, okay. Robotic process automation is also one of that. So why? Average salary of the RPA developer is like a so so the salaries also, it's a decent salaries. If you see the salaries, this is a good salaries they are giving in this field, RPA field. So that's why I chosen this RPA. And now let us go to the RPA, robotic process automation. So what is that? So if you see the robotic means it is a mimicking the human. Robotic means it is a mimicking the human, and the process is it is any type of process. It may be a HR process or onboarding process. So in real-time industry, if you take any industry, HR industry or insurance industry, okay. So if you apply for the personal loan, okay. So approval process is there is some multiple steps involved into the approval process. They may reject or they may approve. Right. So like that, in industries, there is a lot of processes are there. That is called process. The process you are automating. So the process, whichever you are doing the process, you're automating. Automation means It is like so without human intervention, you are automating the whole process. That is called robotic process automation. Basically, the automation is there, not in these days. It's long back 90s. Automation is there, but that is they have to automate the things by using the lot of code. They have to write lot of code, multiple lines of code. They have to write to automate a specific things. But why RPA is more popular in these days? Because the RPA, we're not going to write any code. 95% we're not going to write any code. It is like everything is ready-madely available. So the development is a very short, and that means short time. So we will develop multiple processes. Okay. So let us go to the advantages of the RPA. So what is the advantage of the RPA, robotic process automation? It works in existing business process. No need to change the business process. If any organization has to introduce a new technology like SAP or Salesforce or any technology, they have to modify their existing business process. The first advantage is like it is no need to change existing business process. Why no need to change existing business process? Because it will work how the earlier human is working. So it works with the Excel, it works with the Word files. Okay, so whatever they are doing earlier, the human is doing in the same way, it will also do. That's why that is a one advantage. And also, as it is a robot, see, it is a robot. So we are creating a software, but we are calling it the robots. Okay, so as it is a robots, it is works 24/7. Okay, it does not sick leaves, no sick leaves, no vacations, right? It is a robot. So if you compare the human work and a robot work is a more efficient. So it will super fast than the human, right? That's why many organizations are adapting the RPA technology into their organizations. And minimal errors. If the human is working a same work almost 30 years or 10 years or 20 years, the same type of work, sometimes it may cause some issues. So they may do some mistakes based on their mood on that day, right? But as it is a software, how you trained, in the same way it will work. If any errors are there, then so we will release, RPA developers will release a new version in the next new version with the 0 errors. Okay, and it works with the unstructured data and the structured data. If you take the data, there is two types of data. One is a structured, another one is a unstructured. So if you keep the data into the rows and columns, that is called structured data. Okay, so the examples of the structured data is a tabular format data. A database, the data is storing in the database is a structured data. Data stored in the Excel is a structured data, right? Because it is a rows and columns, right? What is the unstructured data? So it's not like it's not keeping the rows and columns. The PDF is unstructured data. The resume is unstructured data. A document is unstructured data. The data which is there in the image is unstructured data. Okay, so we can read that kind of data as well. Suppose, for example, so if we take the images, see, if you take the images, there is a multiple images are there. So if you take the images, so these images are, it is there, the text is there within the image. We can't able to copy, right? We cannot able to copy the text, but we can able to copy with the help of UiPath. So I will tell you so about the UiPath, but see how the RPA extract the data from the image. So I'm just selecting an image and see here, it is extracting it's not 100%, but see, it is extracting the data, unstructured data, which is a scanned PDFs or scanned receipts, right? So there is some it's not 100%, but yeah, somehow it is extracting the data which is there in the image. These are all called unstructured data. So RPA works with the unstructured data as well. Okay. How it will work with the unstructured data? Using the OCR engines, optical character recognition engines. It will read the scanned copies. It will read the PDFs, okay, invoices, like that. And next advantage is no coding is required. So I'm just keeping the 95%. Why coding is not required? Because everything is ready-madely available. Okay, so no need to code. It's like it's 90 maximum. We don't need to code to build the robots, because see here, this is the activity panel. If you want to create a folder, create folder. See, there is activity available, create folder. Just drag and drop and just simply pass the information which is required for that particular activity. So in UI paths, we're calling as activities. See here, it is an activity panel. So what do you call activity? The simple action done by the user is called activity. So the activity is so if you click, that is one activity. If you select an item from the list, that is one activity. If you just type in the text box, username and password, you're typing, right? So that is if you want to type, so there is a type into is activity. Just drag and drop and just tell to the robot where to type and what to type, right? So, and if you want to click, there is a click activity. There is a not single click, double click image, lot of activities are there. If you select item is there. If you want to interact with the Excel, there is a lot of Excel activities are there. Activities means they already written the code and they kept as a ready-madely available activities. You just drag and drop and arranging the logic. So here we need only logical thinking. So if you see, if you want to read the cell, you can read the cell. So you have to tell which sheet is there, which cell you want to read. If you want to write this data into the cell, so just there is a right cell is there. Okay, so right cell. So you have to tell just which sheet we have to write and what you want to write here. So the parameters you have to pass for the activity, and the only one thing you have to know which activity is used for this particular requirement. So if you want to close the tab, close the browser, you have a separate activity, close tab, like that. So if you want to interact with the emails, see here, mails. There is all mails it will support. See all mails, like so sending the mails, retrieving the mails, right? Send attachments, save attachments, everything is ready-madely available. If I say activity, that is called an action done by the user is called activity. How the human is interacting with the computer. They may click, they may type, right? They may just simply mouse over some menus. If you just mouse over, it automatically it will pop up, right? So it will pop up the sub menus, like that. Now let's go to the, that's why we are not going to write any coding. If required, if you feel there is an activity is not available for particular requirement, just imagine. So there is an activity, I want to interact with a PDF. I don't have activity, just type the PDF. You don't have activity in the activities panel. So what you do, can you just message in the chat window? If you don't have a Uber or Ola, okay, Ola app into your mobile, what you do, just type in the chat window, anyone. If you don't have a Ola app in your mobile, but you want to utilize that service, what is the next step you are doing? You are installing, right? Where you are going installing the Ola app. Perfect. Okay, so how you are installing the Ola app? You are going to the App Store. Perfect. Okay, you are going to the App Store. If it is Android, you will go to the Google App Store. If it is a Apple, you will go to the Apple App Store. So like that, if any activity is not available, but I need that activity to satisfy my requirement. So okay, so just type the PDF or Word. We're not getting any activities to interact with the MS Word, right? PDF. We're not getting any activities to interact with the PDF. I want to read the text from the PDF. I want to split the, just imagine, this is a requirement. So how we are going to the app stores to install the app to utilize that actually that usage, like that you have a manage packages here. If you don't find any activity into the activities panel, you have to go to the manage packages and just type the PDF. You will find a lot of packages here. Just install that package into your studio. How you are installing your Ola app or Swiggy app into your mobile. So to utilize that facility, right? So just install into your studio. Like that, there is a lot of packages are available into the, that means so online. So now once I install, if I type PDF, see here, lot of activities are available in the activities panel once we install the PDF. So join the PDFs, extracting the images from the PDF, read PDF text. Just you have to just drag and drop and provide the PDF path. It will just give the a text as a string. So that's what, so here, that's why we don't need to write a code. Many packages are available. If the activities are not available, the next step is going to the manage packages and install the required. If even you don't find any activity to the manage packages, in the manage packages. So if you want to write the code, you can write the code. PowerShell you can write. Okay, PowerShell code you can write, and there is a code, C#.NET code you can write here, C# or VB. If you are a Java expert, you can install the Java packages. If you are Java expert, Java, we're not getting any Java activities. Just go to the here, Java, type Java, all packages. You install the Java. You are the Python expert. You can write the Python code. So to satisfy that piece of requirement, right? So if you want to write, you can write the code. All the languages, most of the languages it will support: Java, Python, PowerShell, VB, C#.NET. See, Java. Now we have all the activities which is related to the Java. You can create a object. You can just invoke the method from the Java. Like, okay. So that's why. So I feel no need to write code because everything is ready-madely available. 95% it is a code tree. That is called RPA. If you are writing the code and for automating anything, if you call that is RPA, it is not acceptable, because RPA, the main thing is it's like a code free. Maximum it is a code free. So okay, so to reduce the development time, let's go to the next, how it is interacting. The robots are interacting with the multiple applications. It will interact with the desktop, a web tools, any web application, it will interact. It will just, we are doing multiple works in the web, right? So logging into the Facebook or logging into the specific application, extracting the data, right? So web tools, it will support. All the desktop applications, the application which you install into your desktop, that is called Windows application or desktop application. So it will support that also. Citrix automation, other virtual machines. So if a robot is running here and you want to automate the task in the another system, you can do that as well. It is a rules-based process. It is interacting with the emails. You can just tell to the robot in the sense you can just build the robot like if email subject contains this word, just download that attachments. Like that, you can just do many things as per your requirement. Interact with many applications, SAP, Salesforce, it is like so it will interact with an even database, SQL Server, MS, Oracle, right? It will interact with the database. So what the robot will do, robot will interact with the multiple applications. It is getting the data from the database and feeding into the website. It will interact and it will create a files. It will download the attachments from the email. So it's like so combining the multiple applications and build one solution kind of thing. And here there is several misconceptions about the RPA. The first one is like we are not going to create any physical robots. That's why people call it as a in RP industry, a bot, not robot. They are calling it as bots. So how many bots you build? So if you go to the interview, so the people call it as a, how many bots are in the production? How many bots you build up to now? Okay, so BOT bot, the people call as a bot into the RP world to just differentiate between the physical robots and the virtual robots. We are creating the virtual robots, not physical robots. Okay, so if you say that I'm doing the automations, I'm creating the robots, then it is not like so you're building the physical robots. That is the first misconceptions. The next one is like, so it does not replace the humans. People afraid about the jobs because if the robot come and sit there, so maybe they lost their jobs. So they're feeling like that. So it is improving, basically it is improving the technology. So the works which is a mundane and repetitive, time consuming, okay, a rule based task, you no need to do by a human. The humans are available, so they have to build. They will do the work. Okay, so it's available. Analyzing the work, analyzing the data, making the decisions in the business, right? So that's why it is not replacing the human. It is just improving the technology and way of doing. Okay, the same kind of work. If the people are repeating daily. How? Who use RPA? Nowadays, many organizations, it's not like a single department. Banking, majorly banking and finance, they are doing they introduce the RPA into their organizations to just do for the reconciliation process. Not only the reconciliation process, there is a lot of repetitive manual. It's like a invoice processing or just check validation, signature validation, this kind of things they will do in the banking and finance. And IT integration process, HR organizations, they are using to recruit the people, the resume validation, or all the process for the new joinees. The insurance, many major insurance companies, they are introducing RP into their organizations to just check whether, so what is the renewal process, whether they have to renew the health insurance or not. So all the work, what they are doing nowadays, they are just automating. And marketing and sales, if they want to send messages or send many titles or something, so they in the marketing and sales, they will do the they have to publish all the things, right? So based on that, they can schedule and they can do in the marketing and sales. CRM, customer relationship management, many not only here. So no, I'm just taking the only 6 domains. There is a lot of domains people are using the manufacturing. See, in my experience, I work with the manufacturing industry. One big car company, they are using the RPA. And health insurance company, they are using the RPA. Many companies are using RPA. That's why the demand is like that. And let's go to the next one. Okay, so it's like that. See, you are creating a robot is working with you. So multiple robots. See, that's why it is know your virtual colleagues. Nowadays, in organizations, the robots have their own email IDs. Okay, the robots have their own systems. So the robots will wake up in the sense, so based on the schedules, they will wake up and they will do the work which assigned to the robots. But actually it's not physical, it's a virtual, but we have to assign the one computer to the robot. Okay, let us see. In RPA world, robotic process automation world, there is 2 types of bots. From now onwards, I'm calling as a bot. BOT bot means a robots. So a virtual robots are a softwares. You can say a piece of softwares which is sitting into your system and executing the tasks. Okay. So we're calling it 2 types of bots. One is a attended bot. Another one is a unattended bot. In RPA world, what do you call it? Attended bot means it requires the human judgment. The human and robot work together and complete the one task. Just imagine. So if you create a robot for verifying the PAN number, whether the PAN is, some people applied for the PAN card. Okay, so we created a robot for the verifying the PAN. It will just, if you double click, it will open the robot, and robot will log into the website and feed the information which you give, and it will tell whether it is approved or not, rejected. Okay, so who is triggering? A human is triggering based on the timings. It's not time. So if the customer comes, then on demand, the human is triggering the robot. That is called attended. The name itself, it is saying human attendance is required to complete the process. So just imagine one process has a multiple tasks. So few tasks the robot will do, the another few tasks the human will do, right? So both will work together and complete that task. That is called attended robot. Unattended, the second one is unattended. That means no human judgment, no human intervention is required. It will run independently based on the schedule. Why just scheduling every 1 hour? Just go and check the mails, and if any mail comes with the subject, just go and pick the data from the database and send to them. Okay, so the robot will we schedule the robot. The robot will work without human intervention. So based on the timings, every weekend it has to run like that. So we can schedule. Okay. Now, so which tool we have to use in RPA world? How RPA is a concept. It is not a specific tool. Also, okay. So how the programming languages? If I say programming language, that programming language is what? It is a one concept. So what are all the programming languages? Java, Python. Okay, Java, Python, and C, C++, .NET. These are all the languages. Programming languages like that. RPA, robotic processes automation, is a concept, and to implement that concept, there is a multiple tools available in the market. Almost 60 above tools are available in the market. Which tool is a topper? Almost 3 to 4 years onwards, UiPath is top. This is a report, 2021 report. The first leader is a UiPath. Why UiPath is a? Why we have to choose a UiPath? Okay, let us see. Before that, so let me just take a small example. You know what is the robot? Okay, so I'm just using the UiPath Studio and say anything like a, so any structured data. See, these are all the structured data. So if the person, if a person has to interact with the website, the daily duty is the person has to copy this phone name, okay, and paste, and the price also. The price also. Just imagine. So copying the name of the phone and some data. Just imagine. So if he want to copy these all the details, how much time it will take? Just imagine how much time it will take. It will take not only one page, multiple pages are there. The person has to go to the multiple pages and interact with the data, extracting the data. That is the duty of a person. Just imagine. So we'll just automate that task, create a robot. I'm just going to this here. A blank page is there. That is called data scrapping. Data scrapping. And I am just scrapping the data from starting. You need the 2 samples. Just I'm extracting here. 1 sample. Oh, the name we need. The name. I taken the 2 samples. Once we taken the 2 samples, it will just highlighted all the similar kind of data. Okay, so what is the column name? Name, phone name. Okay, so if you want to extract the URL behind that, so you can use mobile URL. Okay, so next, this is extracting a few information, and if you want to extract more fields, like so you can just simply extract correlated data, a price, and give the price of the second sample. Now it is extracting the samples price. So if you want to extract more, so like, so what is the rating? The rating, so you can extract like that. Whatever the fields you need, all the fields you have to build in the wizard. And once you're done with your columns, you can just simply click on the finish. So before that, how many rows you want? If you just press the 0, it will give all the items. So I'm just saying the only 60 rows. Click finish. Once you click on the finish, it will say that, so do you have a data in the multiple pages? Yes, we have a data in the multiple pages, right? So we have to show to the robot the next, just click S and show to the robot the next page. So which button we have to click to go to the next page? That's it. The robot is prepared everything, and the output is a data table. So the output is a data table. So we have to keep this data physically. I'm just creating a folder within KMC demo. Within this folder, we have to keep the file, a data. Let's go to the activities and use the write range. So to write the data into the Excel, you have to use the write range and give the path of the, so all the path should be in the double quotes, path of a new file, XLSX. If you want to get the headers also, just tick mark. See what we are doing, so we're just dragging and dropping and filling the some properties, changing the some properties. The output of this extracted one, copy and paste into the write range. Now, this is the first page, right? So I'm just running the robot, how to run. So go to the debug and run file. Now just observe how the robot is doing. The robot is going to the next page, see, third page. And as we ask 60, so see, the Excel is prepared and how much time it took. If it's a human, see, if it's a human, it takes a lot of time. But it is extracted all the prices, names, and URLs and rating, everything, right? See, all the 60 records. If I just give the 0, it will go to all the pages. Now it went to the, which page? Just check. It went to the third page, because within the third page, the 60 records found. That's why. If you just give the 0, it will go to the next up to end. Okay. So this is this much fast it is. So we have to utilize this technology, robotic process automation technology. Okay. So yeah, this is one small example. And now, so the first one is a community, UiPath community edition is a free. The UiPath gave a free version. You go to the platform.uipath.com or cloud.uipath.com. And just pasting this URL into your chart window. Okay, so see here, you can download your version. So there is a enterprise edition is there, community edition is there. So community edition has all features compared to the enterprise edition, because they are introducing the new concepts or new features, and they're just applying into the community edition. As it's a free forever. It's not for 60 days or 30 days. Enterprise edition free is also there, but that is a 60 days version. So you can just simply, you can use a community edition and download the studio. It's just simply click on that download. It will just log in, install into your system. That is one thing, that is advantage. And another thing, so before that, so I'm just, let me just do some small automation. Okay. Just imagine there is some schools, botsdnaschools.com. So here I'm just downloading the Excel. This Excel contains all the school IDs. This Excel contains all the school IDs. What the human has to do? Human has to take the ID, paste here, and click on the search. It will give all the information like so school address, school phone number, school strength, everything. Okay, everything it will give. So what they have to do? They have to just simply copy information and paste here. Copy information, paste here, corresponding columns. So what I am doing? So I'm just simply a school name or a phone number, and I'm just removing the phone number and number of students. They have to fill all the information, but I'm just doing for this. I'm only doing for this. Okay. So how can we do? Let's delete. Take a blank page. So to read this, so what we have to do? So to read each and every school code and open this botsdna.com, right? And type that number here and click on the search. Extract the data of the phone number and student strength and paste into the corresponding columns. That is our task. Earlier, just imagine earlier a human is doing, because they will get a lot of Excels to fill the information and send back. Now let us see how we can create. There is an Excel application scope is there. Activity, just drag and drop and browse which Excel you want to. New schools, and within that new schools, what is the sheet name? Sheet 1, right? Sheet 1. So I'm just using the read range. So if you want to read the data from the Excel, it is a read range activity. Just read range activity, which sheet you have to specify and what is the range. I'm just giving the empty so that it will extract all the records. So we don't know how many rows, right? How many rows? It may increase tomorrow. That's why we're keeping the empty. And the output where I'm storing into the variable, I click on variable. So school DT. Now to loop each and every record, there is a for each row into the data table. Just drag and drop. So you're building the logic, but you're not writing the code. You're just using the while loop, for do while, if condition, everything is there here. But you are just not writing the code, just drag and drop and arranging the logic. Logical thinking is enough. That's why people are coming to the RPA in the background of different backgrounds in the sense, not only the computer background. Okay. So people are coming from the pharma industry. They are coming here. Some MBA people, they are coming here, RPA, and some BPO people are working in the BPO. They're just moving to the RPA. Okay, moving to the RPA world actually. School DT. This current row is a school. The current row is a new row here. Okay. So now what we can do? So we can, for each and every one, we are opening open browser. Open browser. To open the browser, so what we have to do? So we have to open this website, right? So to open the browser, you have activity called open browser, and you have to simply specify the property of that is that whether you want to open the Chrome or Internet Explorer or Edge, right? Chrome I want to open, and just tell the URL. So which URL you want to open? Google or Facebook, anything. Okay, just go here. Once you open, you want to maximize activity, maximize everything is activity. You don't need to write. See, if you want to maximize this window, no need to go for the click. There is a maximize window activity is there. If you want to close activity is there. Now once you maximize, you want to type a text, right? Type into. Just drag and drop the type into activity, and you just specify what to type. The current row having it's the object. The current row, bracket open, within the double quotes, you have to specify which column you want to type. We're typing the school code. Okay, and where to type? So you just click indicate element. It will allow you to select where to type. Okay, it is a selection mode. Okay, just pass to pass the selection mode, just press F2 and go here. Once it is coming the selection mode, it will come to in 3 seconds. It will come. If you just press F2, if you can see the right hand side bottom corner, there is a number, right? 3 seconds it will delay. So that it will, you can make the window in front end. I'm just clicking here and empty field. So empty field means if any text is there, it will clear and it will type. Okay, so once it is a typing, so what is the next step? The next step is a click on the search. So there is activity to click on the search and click here, indicate on the screen, and do the same thing manually. Once you click here, it will go here. Now, what are the things you need to get the text from the website or Windows application? You need the get text activity. Get text activity. Okay, indicate on the screen. So which field you want to get? I want to get a school phone number. Just create a variable school phone. Okay, use another get text to get the strength, student strength. This is a student strength. Size. Okay, so once we get into the variables, what is the next steps? You want to write into the Excel cell, right? Excel cell. You want to write corresponding Excel cells. So for that, you have a write cell activity. Just drag and drop and arrange the logic, and what you want to write? You want to write the output of this one, school phone number. Just copy school phone number. And way to write, basically way to write a B2, right? B2. So the item is starting from the B2, then B3, B4, it will increment, right? So the for each, where in the for each? In the for each, you have a property called index. Row number, if you say the row number starts from the 0 and it will increment by 1 automatically. No need to increment explicitly. So B, actually it starts from the B2, right? B2, then B3, then B4, like that, okay? So B and plus, see here, there is a logic we are giving. So row number plus 2, because it is starting from the second record onwards, right? So, and to string. So, okay, so do the same thing for the next one. I'm just copying everything from here. Instead of B, what is the next column? The number of students, that is a C column, right? Let's use a C column here. C, and what you want to write? You want to write the student size. Student size. Okay. So once it is done, so what is the next step? So you have to close the browser, right? Close tab. No need to close like this. Okay, there is a ready-made activity for that. Just close tab, just drag and drop, close tab. That's it. I'm just, okay. Okay, so I'm just running the bot now. Just observe what it is doing. The bot is executing now. It's open that and click on the, take in the first student and find that it will close the browser. Okay. Okay. So basically for that, just use the attach browser, because it is opening the another tab, not in the same tab, right? It is opening the another tab. You see here, it is opening the another tab. That's why use the these things. Yeah, you can get, yeah. So it's a bit selector concept, and use the close tab, and that too. We just go here, get text. Okay, so let's close and try to run. So the robot is identifying the elements in the screen based on a selector. It's not like an image. So while we are indicating the screen, it is just identifying the items based on a selector. Selector is basically an address of the UI element. So what address it is. Okay, so basically it is not able to identify because the selector is having some issue. Selector is having some issues. So so once we reach these two, you can just simply move everything to here. It just drag and drop. After search, there is another window it is opening, right? Another window it is opening. Okay, so if you just highlight, it is highlighting properly. And the thing is only the variables. The variables are not a scope. The variables having the scope. That's why it is showing this. So just I'm increasing the scope. The next one is like just close the tab here as well as here. Okay, so let's run. So you can see the Excel in the behind. Okay, so the Excel is filling properly. Okay, so see how fast it is, how fast the robot is working. The robot is just picking the first record, the each and every student name, number, and open the website and filling the information and click on the search, and then extracting the information from I'm just doing only for the two columns, that is like a number of students and the phone number of the school, and it is just filling the data in the Excel. I'm simply stopping let me stop the bot. So do you all understand? So it is filling within just less than a minute. It is filling. So fraction of seconds. It is just picking the data. This is the power of the RPA. So this is the power of the UiPath. The UiPath is a very easiest and user-friendly tool. So and also the forum. So just go to the forum. UiPath forum. So if you have any doubts, see there is a active members are there here. So you can share the idea. You can just find the questions. Okay, so you can ask the questions. There is a public forum is there. So you can ask the questions. You can get the answers immediately because all over the world, many people, if you get the error, just take a screenshot and put here. So the people will answer for that. Okay, got it? So that is a UiPath forum. Okay, so UiPath marketplace. So we got the managed packages. This is like a storage, basically a store. Here itself there is a marketplace. In the marketplace, how the Android app store is there, like that marketplace is there. So you can just search some activities which built by you also can build a new activity and keep it a store. So maybe other people can access and they can utilize your activity. Okay, so should stop. So this is the activity. So see, so this is the activity I created and I kept into the market store a long back. Okay, so you can see how many people downloaded. See how many people downloaded and utilized that. They can give us some certificate also. So the brand certificates. Okay, so if you want to, if you don't know. If you don't find any activity which is related to your requirement, the next approach is go to the manage packages. Manage packages is connected to the marketplace, and it will download automatically from this market store. That is another one, marketplace. And academy, see here, they provide the free education how to use the UiPath. There is a lot of courses are readily available for free. So go to the academy. See, academy training, and they will give the certificates. So once you complete the trainings, so here, if you go to the courses, see almost 120 courses are available. So multiple, so UiPath, how to use a UiPath Studio and building the RE framework and practice, so UiPath automation shoot. Okay, so you interact with the multiple things. It's a technical and non-technical is also there. So the non-technical is like so planning the RPA and creating the documents. So getting the requirement gathering, these kind of things. See, PDF automation is there, email automation is there. So you can see the how many hours it is, the time duration. So it is a free of cost. You can go to the academy.uipath.com. I'm just copying and pasting into the chat window, academy.uipath.com, and you can use the academy.uipath.com for basically use your Gmail ID to log into that Gmail ID or any other logins. Okay, so and UiPath orchestrators, there is mainly 3 components are there. In UiPath, main components are Studio, Robot, Orchestrator. So Studio is the one which I am showing here. So where we are building the robots. Studio is that, so where you are building the robots, creating the robots and testing the robots. So that is called Studio. So, and the robot is the software which will understand and execute. Basically, that robot is an execution engine, and it will sit into your systems. It won't, once you click on the run. So who will work in the background? The robot. Robot will understand what you are creating these workflows. These are all the workflows you are saying. Okay, and the orchestrator is basically the cloud-based application where you can schedule the robots. You can just keep the secure credentials into the orchestrator. Okay, so you can see, I'm just logging into the orchestrator. This is the orchestrator I am logging in. That is like a cloud.uipath.com. So if you go there and just simply click on the orchestrator, it automatically go to the orchestrator. So here, so how many processes are automated, how many jobs are run, and what are all the robots available, what is the state, and assets. There is a queue mechanism is also there. I can just simply, there is a triggers are there. If you create a trigger, a timely trigger, you can specify when your robot processes have to run, how every 1 hour it has to run, or daily it has to run, or weekly, every Saturday and Sunday only you have to run. And right, so you can schedule your robots into the orchestrator. Orchestrator is basically a web-based application. This orchestrator and your robot will talk each other, and it will send the triggers. So this time this process has to run. So based on your configuration, monthly it has to run, every 4 months or 2 months, right? So there is a schedule, and also you can specify which time zone, whether it is an Indian time zone or this time zone also you can specify. Right, so not only the triggers, there is many things are there in the orchestrator. So storing the, basically you can monitor whether the robot is working or not. Okay, and you can just see the workflow. So what you design, all the things you can monitor from the, basically it is for the orchestrating the work, creating the robots and scheduling the tasks. These 3 are the main main three components. The others, the remaining is also there. So the data services is a database. They created a virtual database, and UiPath apps is also a virtual apps. You can create a web applications without any code. Web applications without any code you can create. Okay, so and AI center is there. So the robot and AI components you can combine and build a intelligent automation. So intelligent process automation. So basically the RPA will not think, it will just work like a rule based. So how you design, in the same way it will work. It won't think. But AI, if you combine the AI, using the AI center, you can combine. So sentiment analysis, right? And image processing, finding the image, how many objects are there in the image. These kind of things you can go with you are combining the AI center and RPA together and producing the intelligent automation solution. Okay, chatbots are there. So normally you can see the chatbot to interact with the humans, right? So there is a NPL, natural process language. So they're just typing something and it will pick the data from the a database, right? A knowledge database, and it will give the information to you. But not that, it is extension of that. So if you just type something in the chatbot, it will interact with the robot, and robot will do some work for you, and it will send back the results to your chat window. That is called the combining the UiPath, the RP and chatbots. Okay, so UiPath Assistant, basically it is like a Windows applications where you can run the bots, so on demand. Document understanding. If you have invoices or scan documents, there is a lot of scan documents, invoices are there. So if you want to read the data from that particular scan documents and fill the information into the Excel, it is actually a mundane, tedious process. So they are recruiting multiple data entry people. So data entry employees, they're just opening the invoice and they're just typing the information. But using the robot with the help of the document understanding, the document will understand, the robot will understand the document, what is the invoice number. You don't need to specify if invoice NO is come, then take the number behind that. No need to tell. So if it's an invoice hash, it will pick. Invoice ID, it will pick. Invoice NO, it will pick. Okay. It has a trained models in the background of this. So they train a lot of things, lot of test data to predict whether it is an invoice number or invoice date. So some invoices, the invoice number is in the top. Some invoices, the invoice number is in the bottom. So it will predict. So no need to go for the specific location. It is a document understanding. Okay. And action center. If any document, suppose for example, if you give the 100 documents to the robot, okay, 100 documents to the robot, and then within that few documents it is not able to understand because it is a native language, or it is not able to understand. It might be a Telugu or Tamil or something like that. Okay, China language. Okay, so what the robot will do? Robot will not skip that document. It will ask the human to judge which is the invoice number, which is the invoice date. Okay, how can it will do? Based on the action center, it will assign the tasks. The robot will assign the task to the human. The human will just simply go to the action center in the orchestrator. Here, if you see, there is the action center is there. Actions. Okay, the robot will assign the tasks to the human. They can assign to the someone else, or they can assign to the themselves. Okay, they can just unassign task, they can assign, and they will just simply fill. So these are all the invoice number, these are all the invoice things, and click on the submit, and again it will go to the robot, and robot picks the information and do the actual work. That is a UiPath Action Center. Okay, and app and data services is also the app is you can create apps very without code. Okay, without code you can create a web applications, because everything is a drag and drop and arranging the logic. So you can build a app like KMC students. Okay, it's like a web application, so they low code application. Okay, so adding the controls. So if you want to add the control like a label and give the name student name, what is a input dialog, you can change the styles. Okay, and click the some buttons like so. What is the buttons? Okay, change the styles, or you have a button styles are there. Okay, so you can change the name, submit. Right. So there's a lot of things you can do with this UiPath app. So like that, so you have a lot of controls. The drop-down list, everything is there. Okay. And you can specify the rules also for the apps. So yeah, so see here, I'm just typing something, Rajesh, and click on the submit. So but you have to write the code behind this submit. So there is a something like a create a rule. So and what you want to do, so you want to go for the if condition, or you want to run the process. It will run the process which you are running the a UiPath robot. So you can run from this. So you can send the details from the web application to the robot by just starting the process, or you can create a new entry in the database. Suppose you have a database like there is a data services is also there. Data services. We will just add the data service. Okay, so in this case, so in this URL side, it's not working. Okay, data service is basically they gave a database, so without any SQL coding. So they gave a database, anything you can create. Okay, now let's go to the this page. You have an academy and forum, everything is there, but we'll see a small demo. Again, a small demo. Before that, I will tell you. So what is the demo? So we have to, just one person has to create this is a dummy certificate. Just imagine dummy certificate. They have to create a participation certificate, a simple thing. And this is the name of the person, and this is a date. When is the date? Okay, so we will create there is a certificate document is there. I'm just keeping this into the KMC demo here. Okay, so on this document, a person has to utilize this document and change the name of the student here, wherever the name is there, and change the date, today's date, and convert this into the PDF. Convert this save as into the PDF, right? And send back to a person who requested. That's what the task we will do now. Okay, so let us go to the UiPath. Take the process, new process. So certificate sender. So we can use Gmail. So once any person is requesting a certificate, we can send back. We can prepare and we can send back. Okay, so be ready. You have to send an email to a specific email ID. This for testing. This is the email ID. Okay, so I just pasted in the chat window. We can utilize that. And what we have to do, so we have to, if anyone send an email, to this with the subject, so KMC bot. So you just see KMC word. We need the KMC word in the subject. Okay, we need the KMC, the word KMC in the subject, and you just say which name you need the certificate. Suppose if I say Upendra Raghava, just send it. That's it. Send it. you can send. Okay, if you send, it will come here into the our inbox. The robot has to read. Okay, now the steps are: first step, robot has to monitor email box for a new emails which have subject contains KMC word. Okay, it will just pick. If any mail found with the subject contains the KMC, then pick that one and take the first line in the body and prepare certificate. How can you prepare? So it will take a copy of the master file. The master file, in the sense, this is a master file, or you can call it as a template. Take a copy and modify with the name and date. Convert into PDF. Okay, so meanwhile we will install the PDF and Word. I'm just installing the PDF and Word activities because we need to interact the, not PDF, Word, only Word activities. Okay, MS Word. We have to interact the Word, right? To the convert into the PDF. What is the next thing? Send created PDF to same person. Okay, so who sent? You have to, a robot has to send to the same person, right? That is a request. We got the request, a certificate request, and it will prepare and convert into PDF and send back to that particular person. That is our task. Let us see. So what is the first one? So getting the emails. Get SMT, IMAP emails. I'm just using the Gmail IMAP emails. The IMAP has so before that, I'm just using the get password to make a secure password. Here I'm giving the password and convert take into the variable Gmail password. Email password. Okay. So here you have to give email ID. That is, we gave already email ID. This is the email ID. Email password. And now, see, if you go to the Google and type, what is the IMAP server and port number for Gmail. You can see IMAP port number is a 993 and imap.gmail.com. That is the server name. So you use the 993 here, and the server name is imap.gmail.com. Okay, and get ready. So you have to send a mails. So keep it open, your emails. Okay, now once you will get the all emails, unread emails. You will get the all unread emails, and you can specify how many unread emails you want to get and mark as a read. So once it read, it will automatically mark as a read. So we got a list of, this is a collection list of mail messages, because .NET support, UiPath support all the .NET data types. Because see here in the some data types, if you don't find any data type, it will go to the browse and type all the data types. So because the UiPath built in using the .NET. Now use the for each activity to loop each and every mail. For each activity, the output of this is all mails, right? I'm just giving the all mails, and this item is a mail, each mail. And what is the data type? Each mail, in the sense that is a mail message. Okay, so this will loop each and every mail. This will loop each and every mail. Now, what is the next step? First, we have to check the subject contains the KMC or not. Use the if condition for each mail.
Sudhir sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Please share your screen. Somebody has, removed your screen sharing actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. A mail dot subject dot to lawyer dot contains KMC. If any KMC word is available in the subject, then go to the then block. See if is also there, then block. And what we have to do? So we have to prepare. So they take the first line of the body. That is the name. The first line of the body is a name of the person. So who we have to prepare the certificate. Use the assign operator. I'm just creating the user name is equal to mail dot headers of plain text. This will give a plain text and split of environment dot and new line. These are all the simple statements we are using. So within that 0, use the 0 and here dot trim. So if any spaces are there, it will just remove. And we have a user. We got the username now. So we have to take the copy of the actual one. The copy of the actual one in the sense this is a certificate. I'm just taking the shift right click and take a copy as a path. Just take a copy. How can we take copy? There is a copy file. You want to copy file? Copy file activity is there. If you want to move, you have a move file activity. Okay. And overriding here itself, instead of certificate, I'm just giving a username and docx. Once we taken that a copy, we're just simply using the word activities. We install already the word application scope, and within that, this is a word which we just got. And what we have to do? So we have to replace the text. See here, replace text. So what we have to replace? We have to replace instead of name. This is just dummy application. Just imagine, replace the name wherever the word name is there. Replace with the username. Okay. Take another copy paste. Go to the date wherever the date is there. You can just name it as a dollar symbol date like that. Anything is fine. No need to give the less than and greater than. Now dot to string. I'm just giving the dd/mm/yyyy this format. Okay. So once it is a replace, so you have to convert the save as a PDF. Just drag and drop. See, drag and drop. What is the PDF path? The PDF path is this one. Okay. And here itself, instead of docx, we're just converting the PDF. Okay. Once everything is done, we got a PDF. What is the next step? What are all the steps we done? So we taken the copy, we modify the date and name and date, we converted into the PDF. What is the last step? Send back to the same person. To send back, send SMTP. Okay, send SMTP. Just drag and drop. There is a SMTP. If you go here, just type the SMTP server name on Gmail. So you use SMTP. We have this one, 465. That is the port number, and the server name is smtp.gmail.com. smtp.gmail.com. Okay, here we are using the same things like a email. Okay, an email where we are sending the email here, and the password. This is a from address, right? Gmail password, and use an email here itself. And if you want to get the name, so KMC RPA demo. That is a just a title of that. Okay. So what you need? So you need a subject. What is the to address? Mail dot from address dot address from dot address. So that is a whatever the mail we got, we're taking that mail ID and send back to the person. And subject is like a so your congratulations. It is a certificate. Okay. So if you want to just create a body, create a HTML body. Just create a HTML body like a dear student, something like a dear student. And now, so something like that. Okay. Thanks. And RPA KMC bot. Okay. So if you want to make the colors, you can change the colors, everything. We're not writing any code. See, so in the DR, you want to send a name of the person. So then what you can do, you can simply use a variable. See here, map the variable, assign the variable, single variable, you name, and here you have a username. Okay, so whatever the username you're giving, that username you are dragging here. Keep the cursor and just click on this. So you are just preparing the HTML body. Congratulations. Also, if you want to increase the size, you can increase the size. Give some good color.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir.
Someone is speaking. Asking any questions?
Sudhir, you continue. No problem.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So this is coming into the out HTML. So we're keeping the data into the out HTML. Here, make sure that so this is HTML body is a true, and instead of body, you are typing the out HTML. Whatever the PDF you created here, copy this one and paste in the add attachments. So attaching the thing also. Okay. So we just that's it. We're done with the code. And I'm seeing we got a one mail with the Upendra Raghava, and then so this mail ID is sent. So what I'm asking you is, so I just ping a mail ID, right? Again, I am pinging. I'm just pinging in the chat window. Just send to this mail ID. Send to this mail ID.
Hello, sir.
Tambi, don't disturb.
Send to this mail ID. What you want to send like this: your name, your full name. Within the body, your full name. Just try. Start sending that. Start sending that. I'm just running the bot. We'll see what will happen. In the KMC here, only one document is there. 2 files are there. I'm running the bot. We'll see how the bot will run. The bot is, it is a single time. See, we got the Upendra, and it is keeping the Upendra Raghava and date and everything. Okay. And the bot ran. We'll see. We will get a new mail here. Yeah, we got a new mail with the KMC RPA demo. Congratulations. If you open here, see all the formats and also this is a dynamic. Whoever sends, so those names will come. And this is a PDF. The certificate we got with the date, everything, right? What is?
Yeah.
See here? And now, what we can do, we can keep everything into the one loop. So it will work continuously. or you can keep into the schedule, but time almost it is gone, so it is extended. So now you just send any mails like this. Okay, this is a Raghava. Can you send? Someone sent. We'll see what will happen. Please send to that mail ID any name. So just in the body of the mail, you have to keep your name and send to this mail ID. We'll see in the sent items. If you see, it went to that. See, it went to the. I think Gopi got a PDF. Okay, so anyone just send. Yeah, perfect. So someone is sending. Okay, the bot is working. Bot is reading and make it as a 100. If you see the documents, see the documents is increasing. Please send the remaining people also. We'll test the bot. I think Varalakshmi ready. She might got. So if you go to the sent items, see it's sent to the Varalakshmi. Okay, this is the RPA. Okay, robotic process automation. Okay, and yeah, there is some assign operator having the object reference. Yeah, this kind of errors, if you got this kind of errors, it's because it works perfectly for few, just use the try and catch. Okay, try and catch. So this will, you can create a catch block because someone, yeah, now send. So someone send in some differently. See, maybe without errors. Okay. Okay, let us see. You can see here the PDFs are increasing. See the right the multiple things. Robot is running and creating the multiple files. The subject should contain the, what is that? Subject should contain the KMC word. Then only it will pick. Otherwise, it won't pick. Okay. So that's it about the RPA. Just while the robot is running. So if you have any doubts, questions you can ask, sir. Srinivasan sir, that's it. The questions, and these are all the links. So you can reach out to the me. So if any doubts in the UI path, this is my WhatsApp number, and this is my YouTube. And just I used to share my knowledge in this channel. So there is a lot of videos over there. Okay. And this is my LinkedIn profile, and let's paste while the bot is running. I'm pasting here. YouTube channel. Any questions, sir? I'm done from my side. I don't know how they pick. Okay.
Okay, so there. Over to MCs.
Okay. For your great presentation, sir. It was a pleasure to have you here with us. We hope participants have enjoyed the presentation. Now it's a time for a discussion. Please ask your questions.
Any question from the participants?
Children, Papa.
Sudhir?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Jagadish Babu is trying to ask.
Yeah, please could you share the recording section link? So everything is clear my side.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much to all.
Okay.
Is it a open source or licensed tool? This one.
Yeah, both is there. So it is an open source, the community edition. So if you just download, it's like a, so you can download the community edition and it will build. You can build the things. But as per the organization, so if you want to go for the research, the students they can use community edition, no problem. But if you go for the enterprise level, a company level, then you have to go for purchase. And company level also, if it's a smaller startup companies, they can use the communication, no problem. But the bigger organizations, MNCs, these things and all, there is some limitation. Okay, communication is free, Hanimeredi.
Thank you, Sudhir.
Yeah, thank you.
No other question from the participants. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Very nice presentation, Sudhir.
Yeah, Christy.
Good
Yes,
evening,
sir.
madam.
Good evening, sir. I'm Christy from Periyar Maniamma University. Really, it's very interesting. I'm very happy to attend this seminar, sir. I have a request for you. If possible, can you give a guest lecture for our students, sir?
Sure, madam. Yeah.
Really, this is
So it's my pleasure.
amazing.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much, madam. Yeah. The body is still running. So if anyone want to send a mail and check whether the body is running properly or not. So see, those many certificates it's created, okay, and it's sent back. And development time is a very less, right? So within the less than half an hour, we created this bot. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Any questions?
Very nice, Sudhir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
We come to end.
Thank you, Sudhir. Very good presentation.
Srinivasan, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
Ajay, sir. Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Such an intellectual explanation for the queries. Now I would like to invite our reputable professor, Dr.B. Srinivasan, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, Organizing Secretary, to give a vote of thanks.
Honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, and dear participants, very good evening. On behalf of PG and Research Department of Computer Science, I feel immense pleasure to propose a vote of thanks. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Haji S. Muhammad Mira Sahib, Secretary, Qadir Medin College, for having given opportunity to us for the successful conduction of this webinar. I am very grateful to the admirable principal, Dr. A. Muhammad Nasir sir, for his permissions and directions to conduct this webinar. It's my duty to propose my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Enami Al-Haji, Vice Principal, for his support at every preparation stages of this webinar. I also feel happy to say my wholehearted thanks to Dr. S. Abbas, Dean of Science, and Professor Said Ahmed Kabir, Dean of Arts, for their moral supports. I never forget your timely help forever. Next, I am very glad to thank all the heads, faculty members from various departments, and non-teaching staff for your gracious presence. Next, I am in an important situation. I feel great pleasure to give my heartfelt thanks to today's resource person, leading software engineer, UA Path Award winner, RPA specialist, and one among my best and beloved students, Mr. Sudhir Nimmagadda, for his wonderful presentation. Really excited, Sudhir. I'm also grateful to you for sparing your busiest hours along with us. I pray the Almighty for your future endeavors. I also thank to my beloved brothers and sisters of my computer science family for their ever support. Last, I would like to thank to all professors, faculty members, research scholars, software engineers, and to my beloved students from various colleges and concerns for their valuable presence on this virtual meet. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you all for participating in this.
Sudhir.